Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Bulgaria in Kaiserreich, HOI4, and we're picking where we left off. So, I want the Zveno group to start. They would likely succeed, which is very good, okay. That's military coup, I think. The SPNL. Union of Bulgarian National Legions, National Populist. Maybe I can go with that too. National Populist, Paternal Autocrat, National Populist. Let's go with that. Army generals endorsed the SPNL. The radical nationalist goals of the national legions, though hardly palatable to the average Bulgarian, have caught the attention of the army's highest-ranking leaders. Owing to the organization's history and contacts with other right-wing paramilitaries, he can easily find support among the officer corps, and two notable generals have now spoken up in their favor. Nikola Zhekov, a hero of the First Balkan War and the Weltkrieg, was the first to do so, writing favorably of the legionaries in a piece published in the military union's official newspaper Izgrev, describing that as an ambitious, autochthonous movement whose ideas may have a lot of use in the Bulgaria of today, a staunch advocate of a pro-German course, Shekova also finds considerable common ground with the movements there. Of course, the old retired general was still somewhat hesitant because of his typical conservatism. General Hristo Lukov was a lot more dedicated in his follow-up article, and rumors say that he is directly involved with the legionaries, even possibly considered as an alternative leader if they ever seek to make themselves more presentable to the general population. Both of these commanders were greatly critical of the current regime, of course, almost to the point of shunning democracy entirely. Rumors are abound of a legionary march to Sofia as a signal for a military coup to overthrow the government of Petko Stainov and establish a hardline authoritarian regime, whether or not they can find an ally in the highest office. We shall secretly work with Sveno to stage a coup against the elected government. Yes. Good. Okay. Let's go with dispersed industry. Okay. 3 dockyards. I don't want to do anything. Okay. Manuel Carlson's full control. Sveno coup. A plot to overthrow the constitutional government of Bulgaria has come into motion, crafted by the 4 main leaders of the conspiracy: Kimon Georgiev, Pencho Zlatev, Damian Velchev, and Petko Stainov. Following the plan of action, the Prime Minister sent an order to call the Subrani to a full session, especially including the leaders of the Petorka. All while army units were activated across Sofia and established an unofficial order of martial law in the streets. When the day broke out, Georgiev and Zlatev requested an audience with the Tsar and presented a pre-written royal decree which, upon signing, would put an end to several decades of Bulgarian democracy. No support came across the city or outside of the country, and several politicians such as Nikola Mushanov, Konstantin Muraviev, and Yanko Sakazov were detained by the conspirators. Under this pressure, Tsar Ferdinand I signed the royal decree, and later in the day Petko Stainov promulgated it to the masses in Sofia. The royal decree called for the suspension of the constitution, the removal of senior officers from the army staff, the consultation of several ministries, and the appointment of a new responsible government that will steer Bulgaria in the crisis of today. Sveno's takeover is complete. Long live Bulgaria. Changing popularity of paternal autocracy, 20%. Politics will change. Sveno becomes the ruling party. Public elections will not be held. Game-based stability minus 10%. Remove mission fallout of Operation Nishava. Remove military frustration, which grants political power gain minus 10%, division training time plus 30%, land doctrine costs plus 70%. The national populists will join the coalition. Get Sveno coup in Bulgaria. Nice. Now. These are the people. It's about plus 5%. Yeah. This will take a long time to complete, yeah. Probably not the best idea to go there. Can't go this. Can go clean the legacy of Zanstva. On building slot, 5% stability. Let's go and modify the Black Monday first. Okay. Ambition of the Zvenari. In the past few days, the last remnants of the old parliamentary system have been swept away. The Sobrani has been dissolved and absolute power has been concentrated in a small circle of civilian military members of Zveno. Their plans are long and their ambitions are great. Zveno does not see itself as yet another tin-pot military clique, nor as a mere national populist dictatorship. Their reformist goals are, if they are to be believed, of a unique Bulgarian direction. From their ivory tower in Sofia, Zveno envisions a thorough transformation of Bulgarian society, turning the nation into a clockwork machine. Irrational tradition will be uprooted, pointless distractions will be cleansed, little cracks and imperfections will be swept away, and a nation as efficient as an assembly line shall be built. Already, however, tiny rifts are starting to form within the political circle. The factions of Zveno, currently in charge, led by Kimon Georgiev and Damian Velchev, see their ideology as a means to assume complete control of the state, overtaking even the Tsar himself, whom they see as a relic of the outdated past, and establish a republic. This falls to direct opposition with the conservative wing of the circle, led by Pancho Zlatev, who are primarily composed of civilian politicians and outsider generals recruited to ensure the success of the conspiracy. Their ambitions are nowhere near as totalitarian, and the Tsar still figures in their calculations. One final factor to consider is the union of Bulgarian national legions, tentatively allied with Zveno and promoting their cause of political centralization in civil society, sometimes with rather violent means. Though they are of no threat right now, a great collapse of public legitimacy could lead to something worrying. Bulgaria will become a terrifying orderly machine. Gameplay stability 3%. Very good. Okay. We can't do this. Damn. I think it is best to just manpower 6,000. This uses 6,000. Is there anything that uses less? 8,000, 9,000, 6,000. Okay. Okay, let's put this. Serbia border is full. Okay. Greece is full. One province here, two provinces, three provinces. So we need 3 units for the Romanian border, and we need how many? 1, 2, 3, 4 units for the Ottoman border. Okay. So we need 2 here. 1 and 2. This last one I put will fill some space. 1, 2. And these 4, that's 6. We need 6 more divisions. Which is 6 times 6, 36. 36,000 of manpower I need. It will be very hard. And we get this. Kingdom of Finland falls, but Serbia and Romania rearmament. All of Bulgaria's primary enemies in Valkyrie, Greece, Serbia, and Romania, and especially last two specifically, were punished and dismantled, paving the way for a Bulgarian hegemony in the Balkans. Serbia was left a shell of its former self, partitioned and turned into a client state of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, while Romania was forced to surrender Dobruja and its vast oil reserves. Even this, however, was not enough to leave these two states silent, and while their revanchism should have been expected, their unprecedented rearmament and belligerents were not. Bucharest and Belgrade increasingly vocally speak about the plight of their compatriots in Bulgaria. The former was the first to abandon the restrictions of their Valkyrie treaties. And now, after the Vidovdan of 1936, Serbia has followed suit. Greece faced fewer restrictions than its two Balkan comrades, so its army is already ready for battle. And the Greeks too wish to take a bite from the Bulgarian lion. With Austria and Germany seemingly uninterested in enforcing the post-Valkyrie treaties, the Bulgarian General Staff has increasingly resigned to the prospect of another Balkan war, the fourth one in 30 years. Increasingly frustrated with the politicking taking place in Sofia, marshals and generals demand the regime to do something. They have already laid out plans for early mobilization and war preparations. All we need to do is find the political capital for such an action. Something has to be done. Game-based war support 4%. Very cool. I want to get extensive conscription. Damn, extensive conscription as soon as I can. Okay. Excavation is cool, but enforcement rate. How about this? No. What about this? Enforcement rate and coordination, that's really good. Chief of Army, yes, we'll need that. I'd want army defense, probably. Yeah, I'll take that. This is probably what I need, but this is also 42 days, 28 days. Let's go with housing the power the gag first, and then go with this. Go with mandate national bank lending, and then mission to Constantine. Probably that's probably what I want to do. I don't really know when the war starts. We'll see. Probably, maybe it's best to probably go straight to mission to Constantine, so he don't attack us, and then mandate national bank lending as I fight the Serbs and the Bulgarian and the Romanians and Greeks. Okay, I'm going to save political power for a chief of army. Okay, Siamese. Okay, housing the power gag. Mission to Constantine. Yeah, let's get straight to that. Negotiations begin. The Ottoman Empire has agreed to a proposal for negotiations, and our delegation has settled in Constantine. In the first few weeks, long binding negotiations will take place with the goal of reconciliation. Our relationship with our former Turkish masters have been far from stellar, and though Germany has forced us to bury the hatchet once so we would work together during the Weltkrieg, tensions and the Thracian border have never vanished. The situation on our borders today calls us to put our issues to the side, however. We should not be afraid to make compromises. Fate of the Bulgarian Turks. 1,000,000 Turks live on the Bulgarian side of the border. 1,000,000 Turks, wow. About a tenth of Bulgaria's population, making it one of the largest minorities in the Balkan state. Their interests are, understandably, the Ottoman Empire's interests. A significant lobby, backed by the Muhakirs, presses the government in Constantine to do something about the situation of the languishing brethren. Bulgaria, meanwhile, has favored its stance towards its Turkish population due to this reason. Constantine Georgiev's authoritarian regime escalated Bulgarization policies in western Thrace, where the largest concentration of Bulgarian Turks lies, inciting protests from Constantine and a vested interest from their side to ensure it does not happen again. The Ottomans have presented a proposal to ensure the safety of the Bulgarian Turks, territorial self-government for Western Thrace, its implementation overseen by Ottoman delegates, at the same time addressing the needs of the Muslims. A Bulgarian recognition of the Caliphate and free reign for the Empire's Ministry of Religious Affairs to train Bulgarian imams. This is Western Thrace, right? Pomutny. Yeah, that's Western Thrace. This can be arranged, yes. Get to that. We can go excavation. Could also go research speed, but yeah, research gain efficiency probably is good. Economic integration. Though trade between Bulgaria and the Ottoman Empire is somewhat limited due to historical reasons, Black Monday has renewed interest by companies on both sides to use the other as a fallback market, especially as they are next to one another. A bilateral trade agreement between the two states has been proposed by the Ottoman delegation, but Bulgarian economists have generally dismissed it as a one-sided deal, more lucrative to the Ottoman Empire, which is larger and generally prospered throughout the 30s, than to Bulgaria, which is smaller and stagnated even before the recession of Germany. Another topic which has been brought up is the Danube Commission, an international body established in the 19th century to regulate trade in the Danube. The Weltkrieg meant that its member states were divided by war, and the Treaty of Bucharest with Romania was thus supposed to establish a commission of the mouth of the Danube, controlled by the Central Powers. This commission struggled to be due to the Bulgarian control of the Bruja, and died down with the rise of the Iron Guard. However, the Ottoman Empire has always held an interest in reviving the proposal, and have brought this to the table as well, requesting Bulgaria to establish the commission once they achieve victory against Romania. We'll have to agree with this. What happened to French? No, nothing. Maybe these French? No, national populist. No. Okay, we have a lot of units here. Okay, something is not infantry equipment. Okay. Okay, we can trade some from the German Empire, yes. 2 civilian factories, how much do I have? 14? Yeah, please. Thank you. That will make us really produce a bunch of guns. Okay, then put it here, and then we need one more. And we won't need to put a border with the Ottoman Empire, which is so good. Failed army coup in Tokyo, okay. Okay, 99, 100. Great. Army defense, yes, good. Crown Prince to the rescue. Newspapers from Varna report a spectacular story, an act of personal kindness by our very own Crown Prince Boris. Visiting the beach resort by the city, the royal heard a voice coming from the distance. As an avid swimmer, took forward to investigate the matter himself. A few minutes later, he returned to the shore with 6 people in tow. He almost drowned, and the crown prince came in their hour of need. This is far from the first time when Boris has made himself known to the public through personal acts of kindness. Almost every Bulgarian village has a story of the people's prince, visiting with little to no guards and offering a ride in his car. And in 1934 he took control of a passenger train he was traveling in the middle of fire in order to stop it safely. The tale coming from Varna has added to this impressive repertoire. Hurrah to the Crown Prince Boris. Sounds a bit faked. Great, mission to Constantinople. That's done, and then we'll go mandate National Bank lending. Yeah, Ottoman Empire has a non-aggression pact with other nation, which is awesome. Okay, the Belgrade Pact, okay. Romania joined the Belgrade Pact. The newspapers of Bulgaria are abuzz today with the news coming from Serbia. The diplomatic event which many saw was years in the making, a pact between Serbia and Romanians agreed, have finally been finalized. And the Belgrade Pact has thus been born. Few view this agreement naively. The Bulgarian political consensus, no matter if it leans left or right, understands that the signatories of the treaty will use it as a weapon against Bulgaria. Some are more alarmist than others. The largest daily newspaper in Sofia, Utro, printed in large bold letters, "War is coming. Serbs mobilized to seize Macedonia." The alarm came in reference to one of the proclaimed goals of the Congress of Belgrade, which is to call for a new order in the Balkans, which Bulgarian conservatives could only interpret as a call to topple Greater Bulgaria. The same newspaper print also included an article by Nikolai Zhekov, general in the Bulgarian army, who asserted that Bulgaria is completely unprepared to wage war and the only solution is to immediately plead for mediation from Germany and Austria-Hungary. To work with the Germans, who exploited us so brutally during the Weltkrieg, was considered inconceivable not too long ago, and it might still be, but as of today, anything goes. Serbian, Turkish and Greek representatives in the National Assembly stood in support of the pact. The Romanian delegation from constituencies in the Bruja was more reserved, however. Their equivalent future liberator is the extremist Iron Guard, afterward. We'll keep the tricolor flying here. Game base full support 5%. Good. Okay, we are going with guns. Fine. Okay. Can we ask for gas material support? No. Yeah, we have to go to war actually. What guns do they use? 720. And we have 3. Damn. Did I fill all the holes? No, 1. Okay, let's do 1. Put it here, and I think they'll go here. Right? Yeah. Good. Okay, switching, saying. Probably wanna do cavalry. Cavalry attack plus 10%, cavalry defense plus 10%, because I have so much cavalry here. We should also start training some regular divisions. Okay. Going to put them here. I do want to take Thessalonica quickly here. Take Thessalonica and then just join it with these. These should take Thessalonica and then join with these. And I'd like the Romanian border to just stay like this. If I can defend the Romania border, that will be awesome. How am I doing with guns? study minus 380. Okay. No, let's not put down yet. Do we have any army or units? Can I even search that? Research political army, military factory. This is when I'm at war. Military brutal population raised 6 infantry, raised 3 and 10,000 manpower. That's nice. Armor brigade, okay. Okay. Let's see this. Maintain the pressure or promise post-war ethnic autonomy. We can either maintain the pressure, then resistance minus 10, resistance target minus 20% while under occupation of Bulgaria. The Serbian Republic's focused resistance behind enemy lines will be disabled. Or promise post-war ethnic autonomy. Compliance plus 10%. And same thing will be disabled. Or appeal. Opposition to Austro-German influence is one of the Smenu's ideological pillars. Perhaps if you refuse all aid from the Austro-German bloc, be it material aid or volunteers, we can turn this ideological pillar into a new path for Bulgaria. That's actually cool. So if we declined be it material aid or volunteers, we can turn this ideological pillar into a new path for Bulgaria. Huh. So we have to deny volunteers and all that. That's actually, we can try that. That's actually really interesting. I never knew that could happen. So both from Austria and both from Germany. That's cool. Okay, I think this is a perfect time to end this episode. So thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.